Hello Gemini, this is your April forecast. So it's a big month because we're still in the eclipse season. And the eclipses come in pairs. So on March 20th, we had the new moon solar eclipse happening here in Pisces in your 10th house. So this new moon solar eclipse was all about finding a new direction for yourself in your career, in what you want to do in the world, where you want to be, where you see yourself. And on April 4th, we've got this full moon lunar eclipse. It's rather an emotional eclipse happening at 14 degrees of Libra, happening here in your 5th house. It's especially emotional because it's making aspects, it's in opposition to Uranus, and Uranus and Pluto, as you know, are still squaring, and it's squaring to Pluto. So in your 5th house, this full moon is shining a light for you to look at how much enjoyment are you getting out of life? How much pleasure are you giving yourself? Are you getting pleasure out of the small things in life? Not necessarily the big things. What are the little things that you can get pleasure from, that you can enjoy? It's also shining a light on your romantic life. So there may be a relationship coming to a head, or you could equally meet somebody during this time. As well, if you're in business for yourself, it's shining a light on maybe let's get started with that business. Are we going to get going? Or when is it going to happen? It's also maybe a time when you need to make some changes if you're in business for yourself. The moon always brings changes. It's the fastest moving planet, so it's about change and adapting to those changes. But keep in mind that these eclipses, the energies last for up to 6 months. So there's certainly going to be a focus on your career and new directions with that from this eclipse, and here on your enjoyment and pleasure in life, and making that a focus and bringing entertainment and maybe a hobby that you have, something that you do really well, and turning it into a profitable business. And on April 6th, we've got the Sun and Uranus coming together. That's a sign of a surprise here in your house of friendship. So it could be a surprise meeting, a surprise new friend or a new connection. It could be a surprise connected with a new dream that you've had. Maybe you're going for crowdfunding and suddenly by surprise things start to happen, something moves forward for you. So that's a day of surprises, the 6th. Now on April the 8th, we've got Jupiter going direct. Jupiter is the planet of good fortune, opportunity, travel. So anything that's been on hold, or where you feel maybe your travel plans have been on hold, or things have been on hold, things can go forward now, especially if you've been negotiating. The 3rd house has to do with negotiations. So this would be a time when things release and move forward. Maybe there's been something stuck, connected with a contract or something legal. It moves forward. This Jupiter going direct, it's direct until early August. So this would be a good time for networking, connecting with some important, influential people. That too, that Jupiter can help you with now it's direct. So for the first 11 days of the month, Geminis, we've got Venus and Mars here in your 12th house. So this is a time to enjoy some peacefulness, some quietness. It's a very good time for anything connected with research, getting information. And of course, knowledge is power, so use this aspect instead of getting frustrated, because sometimes Mars in the 12th house can be frustrating. You feel as though you're putting a lot of energy out and you're not seeing much for it. But if you put that energy into your inner self and your inner growth, then when it goes direct next month in your sign, Gemini, then things can really move forward. So if you like, this Mars is kind of planting seeds. And when you plant seeds, you don't see the flowers. But this is what this Mars energy wants you to do. Venus here means enjoy quiet time, enjoy the silence, appreciate and enjoy some relaxation out of your very busy schedule. Many of you are terribly busy, so this Venus gives you that break time. And on April the 12th, Venus comes into your sign, which is lovely, Gemini. Happens just once a year. So here, this energy of Venus in your first house means that people are going to warm to you. It's going to make you more popular. It's going to make you more beautiful. Anything you can do to beautify yourself at this time. It's a good time for negotiations, it's a good time for mediating, it's a good time for bringing peace into any relationships. On the 15th, we've got Mercury going into your 12th house, again adding to this aspect of a great time for research, for getting information, for getting maybe difficult to get information and finding it and being successful in finding it. It's also a good time for writing. And on April the 18th, we've got a lovely new moon happening in the sign of Aries. And new moon is new beginnings, and this new moon here in your 11th house, so an opportunity for new friendships, new connections, for joining a new group of people, of a new interest that you have, for trying it out, and for creating new dreams, new ideals that you want, not only for yourself, but also for your community and maybe even for our planet, taking it to a wider level. On April 21st, we've got the Sun coming into Taurus, and the Sun in the 12th house for you is like a preparation for birthday time, which is soon coming up, isn't it, Geminis? So this is going to have you look at the year, how you feel you did, where you think you would like to improve, and just a re-evaluation of what was good and what was less than good. And then when it goes into your sign for your birthday, then it's time you can then move forward with maybe improving some of those areas where you know, setting a clear intention of where you want to make those changes so that this year can even be a better one. April 22nd, we've got a very nice little sextile aspect happening between Venus and Jupiter, and especially as Venus is in your sign, this can be just a lucky day, lucky events happening, a chance encounter, a chance meeting that could just be very beneficial for you. So there you have it, my lovely Geminis. I just want to thank so many of you who wrote to me, who sent me just cards and all kinds of beautiful wishes. It really, really made a difference. You cheered me, you changed my energy, and I hope that you can feel the difference now in these videos as opposed to last month. So from the bottom of my heart, thank you. Have a wonderful month. Bye for now.